Alright, it's me. I'm back again. Just want to draw your attention to the new album by Crushed called No Scope. Not heard of this American duo before. This seems to be a sort of side project from their main bands, apparently. Not sure how to describe them really either. They claim to be fans of trip hop, and it's definitely influenced by like 90s and that millennium sort of electronic music of that era with regards to their drums and soundscapes. Even though if I said they sounded like Everything But the Girl, you might disagree. And it doesn't sound like Erica de Casillas sort of trip hop. It's an interesting mix of stuff because I think I would say they also remind me of the recent Boyish album in ways. What's on the menu today? What wanted child? We got 12 tracks for you, technically 10, running at 43 minutes. Starting with track 1, EXO. It's a sparkly and twinkly opening song with a deep grooving bass that perfectly introduces you to the vocals of Brie Morel that you will hear throughout this album. This album is very beat driven, but Brie's vocals sit on top of them in a sort of lower register gothic way that groups that usually make this sort of music don't usually do, with her belting out the chorus line of "Babe, come closer and take what you want from me." Track 2, following that we've got track 2, Starburn. It was the first single for the album, so it's the biggest song currently, but this wasn't the one I discovered them on actually, with what sounds like everyone's first bass line and some very 2000s indie sounding guitars. Brie actually, contrary to what I just said, goes in a higher, softer register on this song, and it's backed up by Sean's vocals with different drums. This could have been a completely different song, and until the second half where it does actually open up a bit more. It's got a really nice build up at the end as well. After that, we've got track 3, Catch. They seem to take it in turns with who's doing the lead vocal, as Sean is fronting this one. I really like how he bends his words, and I really like the chorus on this one with its pounding drums. The production has everything so together, it's hard to make out individual sounds in the background. It's all kind of mushed into a wall of sound. Like I said, it's very beat driven, which is great, but it just makes it so hard to talk about, and I can't make a video where I say, check out this song, it's awesome 10 times, can I? Brie does show up at the end though with some ethereal stuff, which is very nice. Following that, we got track 4, Heart Container. Brie's singing this one, and if there is any sunshine left where you are in this late Indian summer autumn, then get this song on. It's ethereal, it's slowcore, it's borderline shoegaze or chillwave. It's just good vibes all around. Following that, we've got track 5, One Shot. This was the single I found them on that I spoke about in a previous end of the month video. I liked it because it reminded me of the recent Wishy EP, and again, I'm going to sound like an absolute broken record on this video, but if you love Brie's vocals, you will love this album. She's got such a unique tone, and I just hope they make more albums together. After that, we got track 6, Air Gap 1. Nothing to see here. After that, we've got track 7, Megan. Sean is back on this one. Something about this track made me think Sean adds a sort of emo, Ariel Kill Him sort of vibe to this, but then I also started to get M83 vibes when Brie joined in, so maybe it's also because it's got that absolute wall of ambience with a sprinkle of guitar like M83 does. Following that, we've got track 8, Licorice. I absolutely love the way this dirty bass bends on the tracks. Again, a faint guitar in the background of this big beat and huge bass, completely carried by Brie's vocals. Some nice dropouts in the track that actually focus on individual elements for it to then crash back into the chorus. After that, we got track 9, Silene. I think some people might associate. Following that, we got track after that. One of those words that I like to use before it. Track 9, Silene. I think some people might associate a lot of these sort of beats with like the Matrix and the PlayStation era. It's that kind of vibe with Brie repeating the lyric, breathe out, breathe in. Track 10 is Weapon X, not to be confused with the hardcore band X Weapon X. Sean is back on the vocals for this one, and speaking of the Matrix, the drums on this are really banging the walls down, and I don't know if it's like a Blink-182 thing where Sean wrote the song, so therefore he sings it, or they both agreed that one or the other's voices suited the music better, but I'm glad they both sing together and separate all over this thing. It gives the album that much needed variety. And after that, we've got track 11, Celadon. Now, this has those fast, almost drum and bass. I can't remember the word right now because I'm having a very busy day and I've got to rush this out for it to have the continuity of the other videos instead of doing it in the evening tonight. But bands like Northlane and Spiritbox and others have been using these beats recently. They're very popular this decade, and I'm glad to see that they've turned up on this album, as the rest of the songs are kind of mid-paced, but as soon as I said that, it drops into half-time, and Brie goes full falsetto. Honestly, her vocals completely steal the show. I'm sorry. Hopefully they'll play other instruments and elements in the next album, or spread things out a bit so I can focus on other things other than just the drums and the vocals. But they do them so well, so I actually was confused why last week's album ended fast, but on this one I'm glad it did. And last but definitely not least, track 12, Air Gap 2. It's the second half of that first instrumental that we got with talking on it. Not sure we needed it, but it's there. I guess it's kind of like a pause in the middle and a full stop at the end. So yeah, what can I say? If you're craving some different female vocals in the scene right now, you have to check this out. Brie's got, again, such a unique tone. And that is why it is my album of the week. And that's it. Sorry it's been so short and rushed. I've got to leg it out. I can't even edit this until later. Not that means anything to you lot. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, where hopefully I won't have had such a busy day. Until then, honestly, check this out. It's really cool. Peace.